Anyway, Mr. Comics 89 here. Got some new comic book day books to show you guys. And if I remember all my points correctly, I had a little something I've been running through my head that I just want to just talk, all that. Something I've been thinking about the last few days since Thor came out, so it's an idea, or not an idea, but thought based on Marvel movies and all that. So, first up, Amazing Spider-Man number 5, Legacy 899. That big issue coming up next. Although, this will be the first time I think I've since really a while, it seems like, that the Centennial issue will, in a way, not be connected, because this was the end of an arc. You start, you're going to start an arc at 900, so hopefully it's a good story, There's that. Batman Beyond Neo Year, issue number 4. Love my Batman Beyond. Dark Crisis, number 2 of 7. Jane Foster, The Mighty Thor, issue number 2. And finally, What If Miles Morales, number 5, the last issue. And my favorite cover. But anyway, the thought I had going through my mind was, I've seen a lot of negative reviews on a lot of shit recently, not just the Thor movies. And I've seen a lot of negative reviews, it seems like, on Kenobi, on Miss Marvel, on... what was the last one beforehand? But just, they're like going, oh, things have been downhill since Endgame and all that, just downhill since Endgame. But my mind right through my head is going, Endgame was a culmination of 10 years of build-up. It wasn't just, BAM! There's Endgame. It was Iron Man. Yes, now Iron Man was a great movie, but yes, Iron Man and Iron Man 2, and things did build up. They had 10 years to create Endgame, They didn't just create a blockbuster mega event. You had to create a universe. You had to create the story. You had to intertwine everything together. You had to create the Avengers and then build them into Endgame. It wasn't just, bam, blockbuster success. You know what I mean? It's just... And then in that regard there. And then plus, we had the success of the movies. You got Iron Man, Black Panther, Captain America. You had these movies that were bangers and quote unquote bangers, just kept on breaking record after breaking record after breaking record, and that our expectations are up here. It's just like our expectations are so up here that here comes yes, there was some stupidness. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but there was quote unquote some stupidness in Thor, and I can see where some people draw their I hate this from it. But Thor was not a bad movie. It might have let people down and all that, but that's because we're used to this. If you're the kind of student like Sheldon on Big Bang Theory, where you're used to being 100% best of the best and all that, and then here comes a perfectly smart genius like Leonard. Now, he might not be as smart as Sheldon, but he's not stupid. So, but here's 100% Sheldon, and then Leonard comes at a solid 95. You're just like, well, that's a letdown. That's a disappointment. It's it's all downhill from after Sheldon. That's how it rings to me. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, well, I guess it went away in a sense, but it's just like Endgame was the culmination, yes. But then the next stages, we have to build. Marvel has to build an entire new universe. Well, not a new universe, but they have to build. If they're going to create another Endgame, they first have to create the foundations afterwards, especially with Captain America being in retirement hold, Iron Man being dead. Who knows what the deal is with Hulk and all that. Hawkeye retired, Black Widow dead. The old Avengers are not there anymore. You have to build a new set of Avengers, a new community, kind of a thing. You have to build the world back up. And the fundamentals are never exciting. Take it from somebody like me who builds. I build wood furniture at my job. The amount of the tedious work involved is so many little stupid steps. Oh, that shit, I could get that done in, someone might not know any better, might think, oh, I can get that done in an hour. Well, an hour, you're still putting pieces together at the beginning stage, assembling stuff. It's not that easy. Anyone who builds things or assembles things and does that kind of tedious work will know what I'm talking about. So I'm preaching to the choir in that department, but we have to build, what are we now, phase 5 or phase 4? I forget right now. But we have to build that universe up. We just had Hawkeye. We have Miss Marvel. We had... Oh, crap, I'm drawing blanks now. But we have to build the universe up, intertwine. And then, I'm assuming maybe next year or the early 2024, then we're going to intertwine and have the new Avengers. We have to build so many things back up. And we're doing it without the characters that are the big blockbuster bangers. We're doing it without old Iron Man and old Captain America and all that. For lack of a better argument, the more popular characters, that's probably why they started with them. When you fleshed out the old characters and you had to build new characters that are by definition not as popular in a sense. I don't know. I'm not sure my point is here anymore. But anyway, it's just they're rebuilding the universe, so it's like going, give it a little bit of credit, or give it a little bit of break, and it's just, and maybe I'm speaking a little bit out of bias, with the Thor movie is concerned too. Like I absolutely love the 80s kind of the music that they had in Thor, and that's just part of like my one or two favorite kind of music is that kind of music and all that. It was just, so you have the music that I love with a character and an actor that I love, or two actors for that matter, Jane, and all that I'm a little bit biased in that regard. So Thor might have a little bit of a point that I'm being a little bit biased, but it didn't, my other arguments still stand and all that. Anyway, it all comes down in the end to like 3 different things and all that. You get the people who we all are paying to see, except for Disney Plus, and you're paying for this. Well, I guess you're paying for the subscription membership to Disney Plus. So if you keep that membership, you're still paying into it. And if you go into the movies, you're paying to see the movies, obviously. So if you like the movie and it was worth it, money well spent. If you were happy with you, or you enjoyed it, but you weren't disappointed, but you weren't blown out of the water, or kind of a thing, but you're mid-ground kind of a thing, is still, I'm glad I went. You still pay money to see it. And if you went to see it and you hated it, and you're one of these people that just, Marvel's all downhill from here, you're still paying to see it. So in a sense, the only way, like they say, is talk with your wallet. Wait till this thing comes out and watch it from a friend, honestly, because our money to go see the movie is going to the companies, and they're taking it as, here's they're taking it as money. People, the audience reaction might be up and down or mixed or mid-grade or whatever. Like the Rotten Tomatoes was like a D or whatever, like a 60s or whatever, but if Marvel, but I saw somewhere else that Thor was like the 5th largest opening weekend for a Marvel movie or something like that, or opening day. Marvel's gonna see that and go, more Thor, more of the same. So, the people hated it, going like, it needs to be different. Well, our money is going to them, and our money basically said, we made the money, they paid to see it. Honestly, if I'm thinking as a company, I'm going to try and keep the fans happy, but at the very bottom line, I'm paying for the movie, I'm paying to create it. It's more what I want to see, in a sense. That opinion might be unpopular, but just either way, it's like my wife. Her opinion is like, why is there so many Fast and Furious movies? And I'm like, well, it's a very popular franchise, makes a lot of money. And as long as they can keep making money, it keeps coming out. Same's gonna be for Marvel, for the comics, for the movies. If it keeps making money, it's gonna keep coming out. So we can complain until the cows come home and the paint peels off the wall that it sucks and Endgame is downhill from here. It's been downhill since Endgame, and why is this not Endgame? But if we keep paying to see it, honestly, my opinion is they're going to keep the ship going in the way they're going. There's no reason for them to change it. Anyway, this is just some of my random thoughts going in my head. You guys are more than welcome to comment down below and politely disagree with me. I realize that there are going to be a lot of people with vastly different opinion than what I just talked about here, but as long as it's respectful, I don't care. If you disagree with me, it's when people start being vindictive and angry is when I might start when I'll start deleting comments, because we're not going to keep negative views. I'm not going to I'm not going to keep unhealthy or vindictive, pointless, venomous comments, that kind of thing. We all have a right to our opinion, and as long as we are professional about it, like I said, I shared my opinions here, and while I disagreed on some stances, I did not. I didn't attack anyone. I didn't name any names, which even if I remembered it, I wouldn't have done it anyway. And part of it is just my personal opinion, my personal thoughts, my personal preference, and just things that have been ruminating in my head the past few days. I thought it'd make a very cool segment, I guess. Well, at least not a cool segment, but just something that would be different than my usual. Here are my comics, yay, kind of a thing. Just something a little more than just, and it's not quite a rant, more like a passionate discussion, I feel. Anyway, let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Am I just am I just some guy that you just don't agree with on this his opinion? Yours is different. Let me know. Hit the comments. Comment down below. What do you think? Am I onto something? Or am I just blowing steam up someplace where it doesn't belong? Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the discussion, all that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tune in for future videos coming in real soon. Take care, happy collecting, and I'll see you guys real soon.